Welcome to Wheels of Elegance, the channel where bicycles aren't just ridden, they're revered. Today, we're exploring a two-wheeled icon that merges high performance cycling with fine art, the Trek Butterfly Madone. This isn't just a bike. It's a bold, controversial statement on beauty, speed, and sacrifice. The front view of the Trek Butterfly Madone hits you like a painting leaping off a gallery wall. With its low-slung head tube and aggressively raked fork, the bike announces its racing intentions at first glance. But unlike most high-end racing machines, this one seduces you visually before you even think about performance. The real butterfly wings, encased in resin along the top tube and fork, sparkle in the light with an iridescent shimmer. There's an immediate duality in its presence. It looks delicate and dangerous at the same time. No branding jumps out at you, because the artwork is the branding. Its front-facing are on wheels, a sculpture that moves. The forked blades curve subtly outward, as if reaching into wind, and create a sense of motion even when the bike is standing still. The gloss finish of the carbon reflects everything around it like black glass, amplifying the colors embedded in the wings. You don't just look at this bike, you study it. The balance of negative space and contour lines is so exact, it feels like a designer's dream. It's clear that this front end wasn't created solely for aerodynamics. It was carved with intention, like a statue meant to challenge your sense of what a bicycle could be. Beyond the aesthetics, there's sheer technical mastery on display. The integrated cockpit, seamless cable routing, and fork-to-frame transition are flawless. Trek's engineers took a wild artistic concept and gave a high-performance soul. The carbon layup is race-proven, and the geometry ensures razor-sharp handling. This front view is a metaphor for the entire bike. Bold in appearance, uncompromising in performance. It's not just art for show, it's art that wins races. The seat area of the Trek Butterfly Madone reveals the bike's more intimate side, where art meets ergonomics. The saddle is a minimalist piece, streamlined and functional, yet surrounded by visual flair. Its understated black surface contrasts beautifully against the vivid, organic patterns of the butterfly wings near the seat cluster. Despite the minimal padding, it whispers sophistication rather than screaming discomfort. It's made for those who understand that luxury doesn't always mean plush. It means precision. This is a throne for which the rider controls the beast. As your eyes travel down, the carbon seat post seamlessly melds into the frame, almost like it's growing out of it. There's no clamp in sight, just one fluid line that adds to the bike's organic presence. The integration here is subtle yet incredibly impactful. It's like looking at a high-performance sculpture where every millimeter is engineered for both aesthetics and efficiency. From this angle, you can appreciate how the Madone's creators prioritize both structural integrity and visual poetry. The transition from seat to frame is as seamless as any fine art installation. It's also impossible to ignore the symbolic power of the saddle. This is the exact position where Lance Armstrong sat during one of cycling's most turbulent eras. Controversy aside, there's history here, an aura of triumph and tragedy baked into the carbon. Sitting here means inheriting that legacy, for better or worse. It's not just about pedaling forward. It's about carrying a story. In the world of luxury bicycles, few seats come with this much weight, both literal and figurative. The handlebars of the Trek Butterfly Madone are where form, feel, and finesse converge, designed to be as aerodynamic as they are elegant. The bars are wrapped in a custom texture that complements a butterfly wing aesthetic. They're compact and aggressively shaped, giving the rider full control in both sprinting and climbing positions. The moment your hands grip the hoods, you understand this isn't just a handlebar, it's a command center. Every curve is deliberate. Every line flows into the next. You'll notice how the integrated shifters and brake levers seem to disappear into the design, blending perfectly with the bar's contours. It's a detail that adds to the bike's clean aesthetic, while also showcasing cutting-edge engineering. The Shimano Dura-Ace D2 system offers featherlight electronic shifting, ensuring every input feels seamless and precise. With no exposed cables, the cockpit looks futuristic, almost like it was designed for a time trial on Mars rather than Earth. But it's not cold. It has warmth thanks to the handcrafted detailing and the way light dances across the cockpit. In many ways, the handlebars are a reflection of the rider's relationship with the machine. They're where trust is built, where reactions happen in milliseconds. These bars don't just provide direction. They provide feedback, confidence, and rhythm. The butterfly theme extends subtly across the stem and top area, reminding you that even the most utilitarian part of the bike can still be beautiful. On the Trek Butterfly Madone, the handlebars are the unsung heroes that connect the rider not just to the bike, but to the road, the wind, and the art itself. Hidden yet powerful, the brakes on the Trek Butterfly Madone are a marvel of both design and discipline. At first glance, you might not even see them. That's how stealthy the direct mount Dura-Ace calipers are. Tucked neatly behind the fork and beneath the chainstays, these brakes are a masterclass in minimalist engineering. They were placed where they wouldn't disrupt airflow or visual balance, and yet they offer elite-level stopping power that rivals any performance road bike. More than just hidden hardware, these brakes exemplify the philosophy behind the Madone. Don't show off unless it serves a purpose. When engaged, the braking feels sharp but modulated, never jerky. They allow the rider to dive into corners with full trust and exit with fluid control. It's the kind of braking that responds not just to force, but to finesse. On descents, they whisper rather than scream, bringing the bike to a stop with grace and precision. There's something poetic about brakes this subtle on a bike this loud. They act as the quiet guardians of a visual masterpiece, ensuring the ride remains safe while letting the aesthetics steal the show. It's a dance of control and chaos. Real butterfly wings riding at 50 kilometers per hour, restrained only by your fingertips. That contrast is the genius of the Butterfly Madone. You don't just ride it, you tame it. The rear of the Trek Butterfly Madone is where the artwork reaches its crescendo. The butterfly wings here are more concentrated, layered intricately along the seat stays and rear triangle. It almost gives the illusion that the bike is about to take flight, wings spread and ready. Light catches every angle differently, making the bike feel alive, like it might flutter away if not anchored by your gaze. It's an emotional view, one that stirs admiration and debate alike. From a performance perspective, the back end is just as refined. The rear triangle is stiff enough to channel every your pedal stroke, yet engineered to offer just enough compliance for long hours in the saddle. The rear dropouts are clean and minimalist, with the Dura-Ace derailleur looking almost ornamental against the bike's artistic backdrop. It's a rare moment where mechanical function becomes part of the overall design harmony. And yet, there's also depth here, symbolic and literal. This is the last thing a competitor sees as you ride away, but it's also a view that forces contemplation. The butterflies represent life and beauty, but also the controversy around their use. It's an image that stays with you. The rear view of the Madone doesn't just say, "I'm ahead." It says, "Remember me." Because how could you forget a bicycle that looks like it belongs in both a museum and a peloton? The side profile of the Trek Butterfly Madone is pure visual poetry. This is where the full vision of Damien Hirst and Trek's engineers come to life in one unified expression. The way the top tube curves downward into the seat stays, the aggressive downward sloping geometry, and the seamless integration of all components. It all flows like a single brushstroke. From this angle, it's unmistakable. This is a rolling sculpture, not just a machine. You begin to appreciate the depth of craftsmanship. The carbon weave beneath the glossy butterfly wings adds texture and structure, revealing the technological sophistication beneath the art. It's a delicate balance, presenting fragility while hiding immense strength. The geometry screams speed, and yet the visual narrative invites a pause. This isn't a bike meant to be rushed past. It's one to be observed, studied, and revered. From the side, the Trek Butterfly Madone shows off its true identity, an iconoclast. It doesn't fit cleanly into any category. It's not just a race bike or an art piece or a collector's item. It's all of them. Every angle offers a new perspective, every contour a different story. It demands more than admiration. It demands a response. And that's what great design does. It moves you. The wheels on the Trek Butterfly Madone aren't just accessories. They're an essential part of its aerodynamic soul and artistic body. Deep section carbon rims provide the aggressive aero edge needed for high-speed performance, while keeping weight low enough for climbs. But what really stands out is how they blend with the overall theme. The dark rims create contrast, grounding the bike's vivid frame with a sense of purpose and edge. Rolling on custom hubs and silky smooth ceramic bearings, the wheels hum with a whisper that only premium engineering can provide. Whether you're coasting downhill or sprinting to line, these wheels respond with immediate energy transfer and a fluid, almost surreal ride feel. And as they spin, the visual effect of the frame's butterfly patterns in motion creates a blur of color that looks like wings in flight. Even the spokes are part of the story. Blacked out and perfectly tensioned, they maintain the minimalist visual tone while contributing to stiffness and responsiveness. These wheels aren't just built for the road, they're built for reverence. Like the rest of the Butterfly Madone, they represent a perfect balance between form and function. They carry not just the weight of the rider, but the message of the bike, that art can move. The Trek Butterfly Madone isn't just a bicycle, it's a revolution on two wheels. It challenges what we accept in both design and performance, leaving an imprint far beyond the road. Subscribe to Wheels of Elegance for more journeys through the rare, the radical, and the truly unforgettable.